Bonk. There we go.
Bonk bonk.
Right. Now was it this one? It was this one. There we go. The new look of the weird stream and stuff with the chats and such on it.
Man, we are so on it today.
Yes, I'm awake.
Yeah, we all are. We so are.
Yes.
Firing on all cylinders. Has Winnie fallen asleep again?
Winnie?
No. Well, that happened one time.
I know, I'm sorry. Think how many times I've mentioned the fact that your character threw up on the primogen. Like, come on. You know, I'm not better than that.
Mm-hmm.
There you go, that should fix it. Right. Cool. We're up.
Woo.
Also, I had a bit of an issue with the stream because I set it up as being called I'm Reyffs bitch now, and it didn't like me saying that word.
Ooh. Ooh.
But I thought this was like an 18 thing.
It is. It just popped up being like, will you allow this word? And it's like, I'm the one who wrote it though, I wouldn't. Okay. Just, yes, I will allow myself to say this thing. Thank you very much.
Be profane.
Ay. So, a week has passed. What date does it make it?
So we thought we were finishing the 4th.
March 12th?
Okay, March 12th.
Or roughly thereabouts.
Yeah.
March 12th-ish. There we go.
Perf.
No idea what day it is. Like, actual day of the week. Not a clue. What day were we making last time?
Well, Rob had said that Friday, March 5th was the day that we were like coming out or going into. So we might be going into Friday, March 12th.
So yeah, Friday. So Fridays are coterie days. Amazing.
It used to be Saturdays were coterie days, but...
We can bump it on a day if we need to.
Oh god. I don't know if I like this new overlay. Well, not overlay. The new where I have the coterie set up on the thing.
Why? What's up with it?
I don't know. It's just kind of busy.
Is it the space between the icons and coterie?
Yes, thank you.
So you got a nice chunk of space at the bottom, and then there's a unlimited space between the two. This is what I do when I design dashboards. I stare at like shapes and think how pleasing they look in terms of their spacing. Ugh. I can spend hours on that if I let myself.
I just wish it was as easy to do things on here as it is in like Photoshop and such. It's kind of a pain in the ass, to be honest. Okay, so there's that. There is Asta. Found as a question mark because I kind of forgot to make that icon. And I guess technically it's a spoiler to confirm what he is, so I'm a not. Asta's name needs to move up. I think that's fine. Is Valen's text a different size to yours?
Look.
No, it's still 36.
No, it's the same. I think it's just you've got a lot of wider space letters, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Especially the L. In fact, the L's different on both, right? Unless it's just the res of this image that I'm looking at.
God knows. Oh, screw it, that'll be fine.
It's just the way it's picked up in the background.
That looks slightly better. Still very annoying, but it's slightly better. I could have just done this all on Photoshop in like 5 seconds, but no, I had to have it all as separate text fields on OBS. Well, thank you, Stream Elements, for telling me that I'm streaming 3 times in a row.
Wait.
So what do you think we're going to do? Oh, God, guys. Reyffs going to make me do?
I have no idea. But
You know that thing? You know that thing where you have to learn how to like balance 3 books on your head and walk around and not drop them? I think that's what it is.
Oh, God.
The etiquette training.
Yes, etiquette training with books on my head while fighting someone with celerity.
Yeah, well, somebody randomly stabs you. Yeah. This is not going to be great. I feel like he might look down on you, maybe. Have we interacted much with Rafe?
I don't think so.
No. He was not. Was he at the party?
Yes. No, not at Valence's party. He was at the announcement party. That was where I first got him in my notes.
Was the prince at the party? Because I thought one or the other was at the party.
I believe Rob was Rafe at the party. Rob.
I think he might have just did a small appearance, like came to the party, made himself appear, and then left, maybe.
Maybe.
That's what I seem to remember. I could be making that up.
I think I saw him again at the Ventru meetup. I think he was there. Because it would make sense. Yeah, right? He's like second Ventru in the city, roughly, I guess. In terms of hierarchy. Like, well, I don't know. Does it work like that? Being the prince's child doesn't make you necessarily second in command.
I mean,
it kind of does.
I suppose. But like, I don't know. It's because I haven't had any experience with him yet. Like, I've seen more prominent Ventru just because I've had more interactions with him. Like, Rembert seems to have his fingers in all the pies.
That sounds like Rembert.
Weird little cone boy.
The cone. The cone is great, though.
Dread the cone. Have you ever seen Rembert kick off before? Like, is he super badass?
I have had Rembert tell me that at some point I am going to be in a situation where he needs to fight something and that I should close my eyes when he does it. And that is it. I've not actually been in that situation. And I don't remember how him saying that came about.
Okay, so he's got some pretty freaky stuff.
Either that or he just wanted me to stand there with my eyes shut so he could not have me see people punch him in the face. Oh, God. Or if it was just right. If we're in a fight, close your eyes. And he just legs it.
Bye! That's one way to get out of a fight. Just make sure you run faster than the person you're with. Oh, I love the Ventru's little games. They're so fun.
The Ventru are very odd creatures. Rob has a headache, so this is apparently going to be a short session.
No worries.
It's fine. Don't want nobody suffering.
He is messaging me through Facebook. And he will be here as soon as he can. I'm just watching that cone guy do the...
It looks like he's swimming.
He does. Big yawn. Way bigger a yawn than it needed to be.
Oh, motherfucker.
You okay?
Yeah, sorry. It's just, this is pissing me off.
I need to actually get my character sheet up. There we go, character sheet. That's actually, useful. Oh yeah, I'm at a 5 appearance and I still haven't had that take place in character yet.
When did that happen?
Like 2 sessions
Sorry,
ago.
that sounded rude.
I know that was like a lot of intensity, Winnie.
I'm just jelly. Sorry.
Yeah, that happened.
Is it jealous or is it?
It's okay. Lothar can have a crush on me if he has one. It's fine.
Hot Lord alert.
Yeah, I'm at 5 dot appearance right now, and I'm waiting until I can go to Gunther and be like, make me like you, before I go to the 5 dots. But I've been putting off going to see Gunther. Just Valen's going to Gunther. Alet said mean things. Can you make me look better, please? Does my mustache really make me look... Okay, no, he was sired after he shaved the mustache. Good. I thought he'd be stuck with a pedo tag for the rest of eternity. Oh god. Could you imagine that, though? Getting a really bad haircut or something and then getting sired the next day, and every time, no matter what you do to it, you wake up the next day with that haircut.
Ugh.
That you can't even dye it. Not that I got
There's so many ways
recently.
There's so many ways it can be messed up. Like, obviously, the probably the most famous or recognizable example is that Cordelia in Interview the Vampire, when she cuts her hair. Man, to know that you're exactly the same. Obviously, it depends what vampire lore, I guess, because a few universes that exist in.
We are very quiet. We should go and watch one of Ivan's plays. Because he wanted to start doing playwriting or something.
Yeah, I think so.
We haven't had him do that yet. Had him do that, wow. I believe we may have a human back.
Ooh, human!
Yee.
I have returned.
Huzzah!
Hey,
The almighty storyteller has returned.
What?
Dun, dun.
Hi.
Ow.
You okay?
Oh, buddy.
So, you returned from Rosenheim and spent a week going off on adventures to learn woodwork, sorting out smithing businesses, having your house glanced at briefly by a Tremere, and going and actually interacting with the community that you wish to foster. You all agree to meet up again on the next Saturday. It is 2 days after the equinox, and word has reached the area that a large Toreador rebellion has occurred, altering the power structure in France.
Oh, heck.
It is now the 12th of March,
Ruh-roh.
Oh, okay.
1560.
So it was the 12th. Fair enough.
We calculated correctly. No, 13th. Yeah, that's what we said.
No, we said the 12th. It's just it was Friday
I said
the 12th. And now it's Saturday instead. So I assumed it was the 13th.
I don't know how days work.
Me.
Rob, I need to go see Gunther at some point this session so that he can make me pretty like him. Let me have my 5th dot, goddammit. Stop distracting me from it.
You could have done it in downtime.
Well, yeah, but I want to actually have that be a scene. Just,
You
I'm
need to
not
take
dead,
everyone-
friend. Sorry, what?
Then you obviously need to take everyone else with you. You'll make
Actually,
it
yes,
work.
I do enjoy the way that Astathirst, the way that Ventru react to each other.
Him.
Yeah. Hi, friends.
You all gathered together again. I presume at Valens' house.
Yep. Has Crook moved out yet?
Crook has looked over that gatehouse and is gradually making it so it's actually livable condition.
Should be livable. Not that bad. Just a bit rotten or something. Probably.
Just a little rotten. Just a little bit of dry rot.
I mean, it's a stone building. It should be fine.
Just full of moss.
Yes, so? So, does Caroline show up this time? Has she been camping in my basement?
You and Asta will have spotted Caroline wandering around recently. She is usually accompanied by another figure, though that figure always seems to change appearance.
Ooh.
They are usually wearing the same clothing, and it is that of a peasant. Most likely a farming peasant by the looks and stains and smell of wheat. But still a peasant. So sure. Caroline will arrive on the Saturday. And will knock on the door.
The door is opened. The door probably opens itself.
She will wander in when the door opens. Why does your door open itself? And I swear it said something to me.
It does that.
She is looking around a lot while she's inside. She keeps looking at the ceilings.
You okay?
Yes. I'm gonna go into here if that's alright, and she'll point towards the big hall.
Okay, but we're all in the living room.
Never mind, I'll follow you.
I go into the room next to that one.
And she will follow, still looking at the ceilings and crouching a little bit when she goes through a doorway.
Adorable. Caroline's here.
Are we all gathering in the living room?
Yeah, I'd assume
We all
you
up?
guys would be there already.
It just depends if it's too early for Asta to have woken up, because...
It will not be.
Okay, cool. Then I will come down.
Yeah, I'll gather in the living room.
Hi, friends.
Hello.
So, the gang rule that was bothering Victor should be dealt with now.
Oh?
Well, I found out where they were, and then a few of the other ones of us, my lot, went and investigated where they were, and a farmstead was lit on fire with them inside a building.
Nice.
Do you mean you lit it on fire?
I had help. I didn't directly do it.
Well done, Caroline. I need to go and see Victor later today, so if he doesn't already know, perhaps you want to come along with me?
I don't think he does know, but yes, I'd be more than happy to go with you.
Great. Well done, though. Thank you for fixing that. We got a bit distracted.
Yes, with my
It
death.
It was becoming an issue for the rest of my clan, so we went together and dealt with it after a gather.
Well done. Sorry I didn't help.
Oh, it's fine. It's one of our issues anyway, so we dealt with it ourselves. It's us dealing with our own problems.
Did I see you walking with one of your number? I've seen you with someone who's always dressed the same but often looks different.
Well, that's a Nosferatu friend of mine. They were travelling here from Nuremberg. I was making sure they had a haven.
A powerful friend to have.
Not really. They're even younger than I am.
just like everyone else here.
I know, right? Ouch.
They're pretty run-of-the-mill and, well, they know how to hide, and they're relatively strong. But they're not exactly someone who wants to get into fights.
Understandably.
They're also more than a bit squeamish.
Also understandable.
What's their name? If you don't mind telling me.
No, I don't mind telling you, as I check it. Victoria.
Oh no.
Oh.
Toothy lady.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know a Victoria?
You do not.
Okay. Cool. I will collect that piece of information and file it away for later. But seriously though, Caroline, that's a big help to all of us. Thank you.
You're welcome.
So, I guess that's done. What else do we have to do? I need to go see Gunther if anyone wants to come with me. Asta.
I don't know if I've met or spent any time with Gunther.
Oh, he's pretty.
Apparently pretty. Looks as though he's been sculpted out of marble.
Is this Valen saying apparently pretty?
Yes.
Asta will look towards you and raise an eyebrow because she knows for sure you know how to appreciate a pretty face. So the fact that apparently pretty is just not washing with her, she's like, what's going on there? Is he jealous?
Valen's tried to hide a grin.
Well, I'll be feeling a bit like remiss at like having left you for the whole week. So if you're wanting to go somewhere, I will be your little bodyguard. Well, I say little, you know what I mean.
Cool. Well, that's two things we need to do.
I'm happy to go see Gunther. I believe he has some things that I could pick up that are needed. Oh well, I think I can drop some things off actually. How about I meet you at his? I'm going to run off and go get what materials I need to drop off.
Okay.
Sure, yeah. And then maybe we'll head to Victor's afterwards, if everything goes to plan.
Do any of you need me to grab anything at all? I can get bows and pelts and such for you. Lots of feathers.
No, I'm good for now, thank you.
Feathers like that could be used as quills feathers or decorative feathers?
Feathers.
Yes.
Can I have,
that was yes to both.
Can I have 5 feathers, please?
She'll just nod. Any specific breed of animal?
Doesn't matter.
She'll just nod. And we'll leave the house and stop looking so panicked.
Poor thing.
Aww.
I know that feel.
She retreats off to her own place as you... What do all of you wish to actually do?
We're going to
So we've got a bit of time. Did we agree when we would meet there? Is she going like straight to pick up something, then going straight to Gunther, so it'll be a few minutes, or do we need to give her like an hour? Like,
You probably need to give her a few minutes.
okay.
We should probably
So we can
go
have
then.
breakfast already. Yeah,
Right.
cool.
Yeah, let's rock.
Cool.
Were you trying to say something, Laura?
No, I said I guess we should go then.
Hmm?
Am I quiet?
It might just be my head confusing things.
Ah, fair enough.
Is Ivan around?
Is Crook around?
Ivan will currently be asleep and Crook is still at work.
Oof. Oh.
Kindred night on the town.
Yes.
Oh, by the way, guys, just out of character, you didn't give Valens his weird not beer thing yet.
I didn't have that. That will have all just
left.
Well, Asta had one bottle, and she opened it, and we drank it. But then you and me left everything.
Did you leave your things as well? So I've got 2 bottles of that booze, and you don't know about it.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Okay. Now is not the moment because we're leaving the house, but I think I'll probably bring that up at an opportune time, trying to play into my trickster kind of recover willpower mode. So when the time is right, Asta will probably bring out the kindred booze and save the day.
Time to get crunk.
Yeah, time to get crunk. Like if someone's having a real bad day and we need to celebrate something, I'll just be like, remember how you thought we couldn't drink booze and get drunk?
Also, the perfect present for certain other kindred who appreciate having things.
True.
Very true.
Okay, so we're going to Gunther. We might need a barter. It might be more likely that Asta would say something now then if we're heading out to... Okay, yeah. I can totally see that playing into the vibe because business with Gunther is easier if you give him pretties.
Yes.
Okay, so once Caroline leaves, I'll be like, just hold there for a second and I'll run back to my room and grab the bottles and say, so while I was with fake you, and she'll kind of look a little bit kind of for a moment and then move on, we stopped at a place and met a very strange individual who gave us these bottles, and I'll hand one to Valens and one to Lothar. It appears to be something that we can drink and feel the effects of, because I drank a bottle with fake yous on the night where fake yous and I stayed in a place.
That sounds insane.
Yeah.
So you got drunk with a couple of random kindred and you thought they were us?
Don't you lecture me in this scenario. I was under the impression that I was with my coterie, and it turned out that I was with 2 imposters. Like, I am still reeling. You guys were just clotting around, didn't even have to leave the city, and I was out there on my own with 2 completely random kindred. To this day, I might stare them in the face and not know that they were the ones that tricked me.
Actually, I got staked by Jerry and taken to the prince.
By Jerry?
Just sort of like jaw drop, like, what? Jerry?
Well,
Jerry's in town?
I assume so. He's the one who took it out of me and said to the prince that he brought me to him.
That is 5-6 days ago now.
Yes, it is.
Jerry, the one Lothar escorted?
Yes.
Wait, oh my goodness, you fake you was telling us that we should work with Jerry more. That means they're Malkavian.
Or it could be someone else pretending to be a Malkavian. Anyway, we should go do the drink thing. Not drink.
Okay, yes.
The Gunther thing. Sorry, I'm distracted.
Oh, like Asta is just like, if you could see inside her head, or rather, if it was a cartoon, you would see like equations like popping up around her head. She's just like, She's not only thinking about who these kindred were, but she's also thinking about that goddamn set of clothes by the side of the road from the dude that we met that gave us the booze. Like, that hasn't been playing on me all week, just trying to figure out what was going on there.
Meanwhile, Valens is just like, and I didn't have to mention that I'm not a Tremere.
You did not. You skipped. Oh, wait. No, come on. I would have, if you hadn't explained that, I would be like, why did you get staked and how are you alive? Or rather, how are you in front of me right now? She would have probed a bit more on that.
I kind of technically threatened the prince. I didn't mean to, and I apologized straight away.
Wait one moment. Are you telling me, Asta, the documented fuck up, to put it no other way, that you had a little bit of a fuck up on your own, and it was in relation to the prince?
In front of 2 of the primogens, yes. Now, anyway, we should go.
Oh, I feel feel so much better about my day. Okay, let's go. I'm so happy. I feel like I can relate to you on that level.
As he walks out of the door, he's just gonna go, and Velma isn't my sire, and apparently I'm Reyffs' responsibility now. Anyway.
And I think I'll just look over at Lothar, just like, and then back to Valens, and then back to Lothar, and then back to Valens. Like,
Valens is already out the door. Valens is gone.
I'll be following you. Like, what am I gonna say more than you've already said? So I'm just following.
I will also follow.
Okay, so you all head into town.
Mm-hmm.
Towards the little, or not so little, travelling lodge, inn, and restaurant that Gunther uses as his base of operations. You head in and are greeted by his ghoul, who will look you all over as Caroline joins you. Caroline is now holding a rather full quiver and has 3 separate bows over her shoulders.
Wow.
Nice. Oh, Valens will have picked up his gun as well, by the way.
Okay. Okay.
I forgot to mention that.
I'll keep note of that. The ghoul will just look over you all and state, all the way to the top.
Does a nod and goes up?
So, you all have to climb up 3 flights of stairs and you reach the top. There is a set of double doors that appears to be made out of mahogany, and either side of it is a marble statue.
Asta, stop staring at the statues.
They are naked.
Asta?
Asta is staring directly ahead. She already knows that you were going to pick up on it, so she's purposely not looking at the statues. In fact, it is noticeable how much she is not looking at the statues.
Valens will talk slightly louder. If you want to see his penis, I'm sure you could just ask.
What is wrong with you? I thought you were, like, raised better than this, my lord.
You hear the shuffling of things behind the door.
I will quieten down at that point because I don't want to risk him overhearing me being over familiar with Valens.
Valens will be grinning at you.
Okay, I was worried that you were going to be pissed.
Why?
Her being overly familiar?
No.
No.
I think I'm staying inside the lines. I'm trying to anyway.
Be sure that you do, miss.
I know, right? I've got Lothar just like looking at me, waiting for me to step out of line so you can prove like your loyalty.
Mm-hmm.
You can do it. Kill the one that killed me, Lothar.
So are you all going to come in, or am I going to have to just wait behind this door for a while?
Who's going in first? Because I'm not. I don't think I can face the expression on his face.
Me. I'll open the door and like hold it open for Valens to go in. Or whatever.
Valens will just still be grinning at Asta as he just steps through the door.
You all head through the door, and you are greeted by a Gunther currently wearing nothing but a rather long cloth, as he has his legs crossed as he sits on this throne.
Can we see it?
At the minute, no.
At the minute? Concern. Okay. Hi.
Hello, all of you. Ah, good. Been a while. And he'll just stand up as the cloth drops, and he will walk over to a table, will grab a coin purse and hand it to Caroline, who just doesn't seem to think there's anything wrong with the situation as she's handed a coin purse and hands over the 3 bows and set of arrows. So, what can I do for all of you? As he goes and sits back down and puts the cloth over the back of the chair, crossing his legs again.
Valens will glance at Asta.
Asta is staring directly ahead, trying not to smirk.
Is there anything at all you're all wanting? It's nice to see that you're alive, by the way, Valens. I did, well, send you a flower.
I saw.
I didn't want to waste it. I didn't want to waste getting too many in case you were actually dead. Nor did I want them to be too cheerful in case you were actually dead.
How was the armor?
Well, the person I gave it to seems pretty happy with it.
That's good.
It'd be a shame when they start not, being able to live. Well, they have enjoyed their life as long as they needed to. And now I will continue to enjoy mine. Anything I can do for any of you that you want to seek pleasure in? Anyone needing anything or needing anyone else?
I was wanting your advice.
Go on then.
It seems I'm going to be here a while, and to put it simply, I don't exactly fit in. So I was wondering if you could help me with that.
Well, what are you going to be comfortable wearing?
Comfort matters.
Yes.
I don't know the answer to that.
Well, you'll have to find something you're comfortable in, and that is the only way that you will really be able to blend in and look the part of someone who can afford to look comfortable. And also a natural haircut might help.
He will look to Lothar. Lothar tried to help with that.
I'm no expert.
Surgeon?
Huh?
Are you a surgeon?
No.
He looks at Lothar.
No, I just did what I was able to. Obviously, I'm not skilled at it.
Well, it is at least a noble attempt. I'm sure there are plenty of masters who could teach you how to trim a beard and give someone something better than a mullet.
Mullets are in this year?
Oh my god.
In this year of our Lord 2021.
Yes, let's get you comfortable in something. He'll just pick up the cloth and toss it to you.
He will catch it and just look at it.
Is that comfortable on the skin? At least for you? Do your hairs get caught in it?
I don't really want to touch most of this.
Why? I don't sweat. Also note, he is completely clean-shaven or waxed apart from his head.
We don't need this information, Rob.
Yes, you do.
Speak for yourself.
If you're interested in the incredibly pretty 17-year-old, then fair enough.
I just want to paint a picture, theatre of the mind and all that.
Okay, fine. He's also ripped.
Noted.
He is Greek statue. That build.
Interesting.
Right. What colour do you like?
Green.
Well, at least that's cheap. Fair enough. Here. He just gets you wool. Have this. Enjoy. It's not really very valuable. I'm sure you can go give that to a tailor and they'll be very happy to make you something.
Most of the clothing I already have is green wool.
Then why not have something different?
Like what?
Not green and not wool.
Right, how about you just suggest something?
He just looks
Fashion show.
down.
He just looks what?
He just looks you up and down. Right.
Will is so out.
Do you want to actually look like a noble?
That would be preferable, yes.
Then let's get you some very, very deep shades of blue. Let's make sure that we have, probably not pushing our way to violet, but still. Silk is silk. It's easy to get hold of nowadays. So we'll have to work out what we'd like to give you. I think it's more about the actual workmanship than anything. Do you want to look like you're actually local? Because there's plenty of people who end up with a tan.
If you think that that would be best, then sure.
I think you're definitely going to want bright colours to be able to match your skin. Only people who are usually quite pale can deal with the drab greens and browns that most peasants wear.
There is
So
just
we
an
want to
awkward
make-
nod.
So let's make you nice and colourful.
Okay.
Also, that blue is exactly the blue I was thinking about, that her head thing
No,
is.
that's where my brain went in. They're just, when he's like icons underneath, they're just killing me.
Right. Here, have this outfit. Go get more made and change the colours so it's brighter. And he'll just hand you one of his jackets and a pair of trousers. Go get this in bright colours, ones that at least match your skin and hair and maybe even your eyes. Or better yet, contrast.
Okay.
And I'll pay for a surgeon to come around and trim your hair.
But won't it just grow back?
Oh. Fine. Fine. I will wax it.
You'll what?
Shape it so that it actually works with the current length it is. Sit in this chair. He just points at the throne, still naked.
Valen sits in the chair, still dressed.
Are any of you wanting to actually be, presentable?
Asta would not sniff at a haircut.
Right. Fine. Let's see what we can do with your hairs.
I'm just imagining Gunther just being the not quite gay best friend right now.
Yeah, but it's like that toxic relationship. It's like not one of the good. Yeah, no. You lose your in with the makeover, and then you find out what a terrible person he is once you're already invested. Like he's gonna give me bad bangs or something.
If he cut your hair, because if he cuts your hair, it's just going to grow back because kindred.
Well,
So
then stop it looking like a
like a mop.
Yeah.
And what about you, Lothar? Usually it's the Toreadors that care about their appearance, not the... Well, I don't know if I'm allowed to say.
Oh.
If I'm offensive, then I'll do better to look more proper.
Allowed to say what?
Who people are aligned with, or who people are not meant to be aligned with anymore. Well,
we're aware of who he's not meant to be aligned with anymore. Are you
Valen's
aware of who
uncomfortable.
he is aligned with?
say again.
Are you aware who he is aligned with now?
Asta.
I think that's the mystery for me.
Asta.
Sorry. My apologies.
Well, my question is more, are you still aligned with the Ventrue at the moment? Or at least the right kind of Ventrue?
I'm working with Victor at the moment.
Good answer. And the answer I needed to hear. Thank you. And he'll just go off and get some wax.
Ooh, he's such a bitch. See what I mean about toxic relationship? Like, it took 5 minutes to go from haircuts to like political intrigue.
He's a vent proof.
I
What do you
know.
expect?
I know.
I have 2 brushes and this, as he just puts a pot of what appears to be some kind of grease.
Hair gel.
So you're probably both going to want to at least get rid of the knots that you've managed to get into your hairs.
Valens
work
has
from there.
none.
Asta most certainly does.
Brushes handed to them so they might destroy their own scalp.
Valens just
Ugh.
runs his hand through his hair, and there are no knots.
Brushes applied anyway, just to make sure.
Lothar is silently judging us.
Like, why y'all don't brush your hair?
Asta's never really. Asta's brushed it when it's become a problem, like if it stinks or something. But since she's become a kindred, she doesn't sweat. She doesn't, like, it's not, it just, she's not in the habit of doing it. Like, she doesn't see how bad it
Brush your
is.
hair if it's wet or smells.
She hasn't brushed her hair since the party.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Woman.
When did she last bathe?
It's not a routine thing, but she probably did go through some sort of water source at some point. Like, she will be clean enough. Like, she knows how to keep herself looking like not a ragamuffin. But yeah, the whole brushing her hair, should just leave it in a braid, like, as
Girl.
long as she possibly could.
Oh my god.
Girl.
What?
Valens will be looking
Girl.
at you like you're some form of monster when you struggle to get that brush through your hair.
It's going to be horrendous. It's going to be like at least a 2-man job.
I'll comb your hair out.
And there's just Caroline with what hair that is effectively one large knot.
Yeah.
Miss Dreadnought, Caroline.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry,
Caroline
Dreadnought.
changes.
Dreadnought's a ship.
Yeah, dreadnought. I was like, that is a cool new phrase for dreadlocks.
Ship hair.
Caroline is just a ball of frizz at the top.
My God.
And she does not care for any of this.
Caroline. Yeah, it's like trying to bathe a cat.
Wow.
She will
Caroline
throw her
bitches.
balls.
What, Winnie?
You got the cat's attention there, Laura.
Sorry,
She's just like,
one sec.
shall you not?
How dare you? Oh, this is fun.
So yeah, Asta is attacked with a brush, and Gunther will be inspecting all of your lot's actual appearance to see what he can do to fix any of this.
I sincerely did not think that I had a problem. But okay, rude. Out of character, in character's head, rather.
Yeah, Toad's internal monologue.
Like, just, yeah.
I have returned and wish to know what I missed.
Just
That
me bitching.
That's fair.
Yeah, that. Oh, why does it never load as a GIF? That's so annoying.
so
Yeah.
Gunther is going to fix what he can and offer to just powder Valens.
Why?
It's what a lot.
Oh my God, that's so noble.
It's what a lot more of the Western lot actually use.
Ugh.
Fine. Fine. Enjoy your own version of this. At least you're looking after yourself well. And he'll just apply wax to hair.
You just said
And-
goop, didn't you?
It is goop. It's effectively as far as I'm aware, this is just some form of processed animal fat.
Scrummy.
Ugh.
I know. Super flammable as well. Just FYI.
Noted.
Well, that's the thing. I'm actually going to have a look at what this is. I'm sorry for interrupting.
No worries. Love a bit of historical realism.
Oh boy.
Because I know that the current actual practice is just to go bald from syphilis and wear a wig. Yeah, animal fats is the usual thing. There's also olive oil.
Man. I don't know how I'd feel about olive oil. I suppose the smell is quite nice.
Is it?
It's all right.
Yeah, I think it might be a little overpowering if it was on your head the whole time. But I think it would be better than animal fat.
Mm.
That
At
would
least
just
then
smell
your
like
hair
bacon.
would just fry instead of...
I like
Yeah.
the Egyptian method first, like how they wove that into their society that people should be hairless.
Are you okay, Rob?
Just reading about the Assyrians and how they curled their beards.
Okay. Rob?
Yeah,
It's getting into hair law.
it's important.
Don't forget
Yeah.
about the session, Rob. We're still here, Rob.
No, I must learn about hair.
Deep dive, deep dive.
Don't
Yeah.
wiki walk. Now is not the time.
You will be oiled up.
Oh, that's
Ooh.
not the nicest way of putting that, Rob.
In pig fat.
Ugh.
Wrestle.
By a naked man. By a pretty naked man. Oh my god, Rob.
Oh my god, I'm cackling.
Oh god. Oh my god, that creeps me out so much. Rob, your gif is terrifying.
But yeah, the hair is actually fashioned into a shape more than it was just trimmed slightly. And Asta, it's probably a case of he just makes some kind of intricate bun so that it stops dangling and is no longer a threat to your safety when fighting.
Cute. Cute, cute, cute.
Oh, so this means that he has to be very, very close to you, behind you, with his dick out.
Because he's not going to put clothes on for this.
Did you say he's not putting clothes on for this?
He will not put clothes on for this.
Yeah, Asta's seen them before. She's not like, oh my goodness. And I think she will probably, this will all be counteracted by the look on his face, realizing how bad her hair is. I don't think he was the sort that would be able to keep his face blank while he's looking at this, like,
I mean,
not
Valens wasn't.
visually appealing thing. So yeah, I think that'll sort of break through the mystique of him at the moment. The look of like, ugh.
That is certainly the look on Valens' face, at least.
Gunther will definitely make do with what he can and bun the hair up. And probably put a few different ribbons and such in there to hold it all in place.
Oh
a nice
goodness.
long pin.
Ooh, sneaky weapon.
Are you okay there, Asta?
Mm-hmm. Just feels somewhat like a prized pig.
All I've
The
done is make
ribbons
it so your. All I've done is tie your hair back, so that it doesn't whip into your face when you have to turn around, or get grabbed when someone decides they want to fight you.
if you provide an expected route of attack, it can be easier to defend than leaving it up to them to find a less obvious route. So sometimes when they go for the hair, I can get a quick strike in. But thank you. Your efforts are appreciated. No, thank you. And she'll like clutch at her hair and move back. Like, no, don't you dare.
Don't touch the pretty.
Yeah, totally. Like, yeah.
Asta, you
deep
love
down,
it.
I like this. Yeah, deep down, I like this. I will not admit. She'll just smirk.
Balance will just look to Gunther. She likes it.
I don't not like it.
Asta, be nice.
And
I'm sorry, I'm teasing.
You look nice.
And once you, Valens, have got some more suitable clothes for the region to better, well, emphasize who you are, you will be nearly a perfect specimen.
Will I?
Yes. Not many others could compete with you.
Thank you for the compliment.
That's all due to my work, at least.
Is it?
Definitely.
Is there anything you need from us?
I've heard there's a new venture in town. I'm yet to meet them. They've apparently gone hidden away after announcing themselves.
She's quite the domineering force.
Well, I'm sure we could do with more of that around here. Anyone have any suggestions for something I can do to entertain myself? I'm getting a little bit bored, and, well, I might have a boat. Oh, do you have more of those pistols?
Valens pulls out his pistol.
I was waiting for that.
I'm so sorry.
You are delightfully predictable.
I have this one.
Well, I'm going to be buying some of them then. Does anyone else have any suggestions of something I might enjoy?
Is there any of Ivan's plays going on anytime soon, Storyteller?
I'd assume.
There is, yeah.
Then he could drop by one of these plays if he had the time and interest that Ivan is putting on.
A new, well-written play.
New, yes. Real written, yes.
I'm just imagining Lothar applying like that.
Well, I started talking before I finished hearing what you had said. Like, my brain is on another planet right now.
I am getting the same. I might have to do just the Victor thing, and I'm not sure how well the rest of it will go.
Oh, yes. Good idea, Rach. That. We've each got, like, our own little offerings. Go, go, go.
I gave the bottles. I've drank my bottle. You guys have got your bottles back.
Do you know much about this stuff? He will just take out the bottle.
I have no idea what that is. Can I use it to make a explosive?
No, it's explosives.
Yes. I have someone who's needing some.
Damn. We need, what was that character's name? The lady who played on the stream at the weekend.
Sylvia.
We needed like Sylvia right now. She would be able to sort the explosives out in a second.
I may be interested.
I had a good
time
with that stuff.
Say again, each individually.
Laura, you go.
I may be interested in that too. But this is apparently some form of alcohol that Kindred can drink.
The good time juice.
Do you have enough to actually enjoy it?
I wouldn't know.
I had a glass or so, I shared a bottle, and it was enough to feel quite nice. I think if you had a bottle to yourself, it would be a nice evening.
All right, fine. Yes. That could be quite nice. Do you know where I can get more?
Looks to Asta.
It's a strange story, if you have the time.
I always have the time.
I was sent to actually escort the new Ventru to the city, pick her up from Rosenheim, and on the way, we stopped at a place where we ran into a what was his name? Sullivan, who was, and I'll describe how strange of an individual and like what his kind of whole general vibe was about, and how he had like all sorts of kind of creepy tomes, and he had like chemicals and all sorts. Very strange individual, and I have no idea how to track him down, but he seemed to suggest he would make contact with me again.
Cough, you have a book from him, Cough.
Don't have. Oh, yes, because Valen's left all his stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Ha ha ha.
Cough,
Yeah,
give me
and
my book, I paid for it, Cough.
Cough would have already given you your Cough book already. Yeah, if I'd handed over the booze, I would have given you your book as well.
The thing is, the book was never actually Valen's and never actually paid for it because he had his own money.
Oh, you said that he was using Valen's money.
He was not. He just had $3.
So was it not part of the stuff that he left behind in the hotel? Because obviously it said
Yes,
that
it
most of
was.
Valen's stuff was behind. It was?
Mhm.
Okay, cool. So it's Valen's by
The only reason
possession.
he bought that was, yes, I am a Tremere.
Mm-hmm. I should be interested in this stuff. Okay, cool. Then you will have already had the book.
Cool.
So whether you choose to disclose that to him, I'll leave that to you. But I'll mention that the guy had weird books and stuff like that.
I do hope he isn't going to try and compete with me. But fair enough. I'm not exactly someone who wants to sell books. Velma can cover that.
Interesting books, though.
I wouldn't really know. I have my own things to read, and I've never found them worth selling on.
I think I saw his clothes on the road back from Rosenheim. They were in a pile by the road.
Well, sometimes men just don't want to be wearing clothes.
He's obviously taking after me.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
You will go and actually put on a robe.
Oh, no, don't.
I know, right?
Just kidding. Totally joking.
Oh, dear. Yeah, cool.
Right.
I'll never know about the mystery of the clothes.
I'm sure we'll find out one day.
Yeah, until we discover him again.
We go back home and he's just in my living room drinking tea. God knows where he got the tea from. That's not a commodity yet.
Obviously from a certain gargoyle.
I miss Hansi. I miss Hansi so much. Why do you do this to me, Rob?
I'm the best.
Hansi, the tea-making gargoyle.
Wait, isn't there another character called Hansi?
Yes.
Yeah, I thought that was the Child of Thor's friend.
Mm-hmm.
That's the Ventru, yeah. But Hansi, the gargoyle, is called Hansi because he has huge hands.
Okay,
And
cool.
he used to like making tea. And Rob's being mean and mentioning him, and he isn't even a thing anymore. So, Gunther.
Yes.
Do you know much about Rafe?
I know that he can be quite boring for someone of such illustrious wealth.
He doesn't seem to like me very much.
Why would he not like you?
I don't know, but he certainly didn't seem to like me the other day.
Fair enough. I'm not sure why he would dislike you. Maybe you have stolen something from him that you don't even know you've stolen. Maybe you're being too trusting of someone. Maybe you're... Oh, did you kill someone that he obviously cared for?
Nope. I'd hope not, at least. I don't really kill people often.
Well, that's fair enough.
Worded that very carefully.
It's not usually very practical to kill people, and also it ends up being rather boring. So, why else might a Ventru dislike you? The child of the prince dislike you? Or maybe you're just making things up to make yourself feel bad.
I may just be being paranoid.
I agree.
I know Theodore dislikes me now, though.
Theodore dislikes anyone and everyone. The only thing he likes is when people are dying, and he is very, very wasteful with lives.
Honestly, that sounds accurate.
I think he has far too many lives at his disposal.
Aster, are
I'm
you
not sure
okay?
why. I'm fine.
You haven't said anything since he put clothes back on.
I have no words to say, and you have words to say, so I am silent.
If you miss it so much, I'm sure I can take this off again.
It is not I that has the obsession with your naked form, sir. Look to Balance with a little smirk.
He is looking back at you and looks very slightly alarmed as you say that.
Aster immediately looks down and doesn't want to go any further because she realizes she may be approaching that line, perhaps having hopped over it briefly.
I definitely am watching you. I'm watching you, woman.
Oh, a word of advice to all four of you. If you do want to upset Reyff, just start insulting the architecture of the city. Specifically anything that is less than 200 years old.
Why is that?
He probably had a hand in designing it.
Ah. Is he amenable to flattery? So the reverse of that, complimenting the city and the architecture?
You can certainly try.
I am sure you will all be able to present yourselves splendidly to the child of the prince.
I have just had a great idea for Ivan to write a poem about how lovely the architecture of the city is, which is something that he kind of mentioned when we first got here, and now I'm going to totally encourage him to do that.
Amazing. That would help your lord out as well.
More importantly, he does very much care for books, though not necessarily the kind of books that a Tremere would want to get involved in. Well, maybe it is exactly what a Tremere would want to be involved in.
Sounds as awkward not knowing whether or not he should continue to pretend to be a Tremere or what. He has not been informed as to what he should say now.
Can you speak any more plainly about the books that he does like?
To put it very simply, the kind that are his field of expertise. He likes to make sure, he likes to double check, he likes to see other people's viewpoints on such things. He might not make
he's an architecture nerd.
He might not make sculptures, but he likes to read about them. He
Aww.
likes to know the processes.
Oh, he's an art nerd. It's so cute.
So we have the war nerd, the art nerd, the farm nerd, the, I guess, fashion
Amazing.
nerd.
And the crazy nerd.
Why fashion nerd?
It's Gunther.
Gunther is not fashion nerd.
Soulless nerd. Imposter nerd. Psychopath nerd. American Psycho nerd. Like, that is what I get from Gunther.
That's
is
Jerry,
like,
though.
oh,
Where's the best boy?
Jerry's crazy
Jerry is
nerd.
not a psycho.
Jerry is
Jerry's
definitely a freaking psycho.
He's Chaos Nerd, though.
No. Eustace is Chaos Nerd.
Oh, yeah.
Eustace is the hippie weed nerd.
Who likes immolating people? I don't know. And like doing horrific. Did he scalp you? Do I remember that right? Yeah, he scalped you.
He scalped me and, flayed my back. And then set me on fire.
Yeah.
It's fine. We'll do that.
Totes norms.
Yeah, fine. I'm fine. Ish. Ish. So we need to go see Victor, yes?
I certainly do. And I was going to take Caroline because I don't want to take credit for her work. But certainly if you want to come along and we'll sort of coterie this up, then happy days.
I'm fine with doing that. After that, we could go see Eustace if you like.
I may need to stay with Victor because I think we have a meeting if he's ready to do what we talked about. If not, I'll come along with you guys.
Ah, that's fair enough.
Let us away.
Well, I will not
Unless
burden
anyone's
you
got any
any
business.
longer with my presence. Enjoy your travels, and your conversation has been at least able to sate some of my intrigue.
Is there any message you need passed on to Victor?
Just give him my best regards.
Of course. I'll give him a bow.
And if you have any other intrigue that you think that we may be able to sate, you know where I live.
Oh. Fair enough. Thank you for the invite.
He does a nod. And we have just been followed by someone called Chocolate. I can't read that last word. I'm not gonna try to read that. Sorry, person. We just got another follower person.
Yay.
Yay.
Hello, follower person.
Hi.
So you head back out of main areas of Munich and head to the little farmstead that is Victor's.
Mm-hmm. Bounds is done flirting for the evening, I think.
The North African ghoul will let you all in and ask you to take a seat while he goes and checks if Victor is available. He will head upstairs and will come back down with a family of 5. A mother, a father, and 3 children. They will all effectively nod at you as they pass, and they all seem pretty happy to be around. And they will leave.
They all breathe in.
They are all breathing, yes.
Okay. So they don't seem out of it.
Nope.
They're his family.
Okay. Family, or like, you know what I mean? Like, is it not as heard?
They're his family. He has a big family.
Okay.
He has a lot of family.
I feel like there's air quotes around family.
No, really, he's just adopted a lot of people.
Okay, there we go. So yeah, so a created family as opposed to a biological family. Yeah.
Yeah.
They were still adopted as children, however.
Okay.
Yeah. The coterie, including Caroline, is taken upstairs and into the office. It is good to see. Oh, are you... I wasn't sure it was true. Would you mind getting 2 more chairs? The ghoul will quickly go off and get 2 more chairs. Please all, take a seat. Are you all right, Valens? I'm sorry to find out what has happened to you.
He does an awkward smile. I am adjusting.
Well, if you need anything at all to help with your adjustment period, I will do my best to be able to give that. Can I offer any of you any hospitality? And
No, thank you.
Caroline
No, thank
will
you.
shake her head and say, no. I believe I have some news to pass on that might be beneficial for you. One of the individuals attacking your farms has, will not be attacking your farms any further. Victor will look a little bit disheartened, but then nod slowly. At least no more harm will come to anyone. So, anything I might do for any of you, or are you all just here for a conversation? I'm more than happy to give that. There's a cat filming right there.
I heard that.
Cute.
She did.
That was such a lovely noise.
She just trilled into the microphone.
She
it was
literally
lush.
trilled as she went past the microphone. And now she's eating the plastic packet to the Jaffa cakes.
Just trying to get a rise out of you. So, in response to that question, whether we've got business here, I'll just say that we wanted to let you know that the matter had been resolved, and also I had agreed to come and see you in a week's time. So we sort of killed two birds with one stone.
How have you spent your last week? Stop, cat! My Jaffa cake.
I'll come get the cat.
She begs to differ. I have spent my week mostly getting to grips with the area we discussed last week.
Like that?
Sorry.
Give me the kitty.
It's fine. It's funny.
Come on, yeah.
I've made my introductions to Vivi and Stefan, and I've also helped with a couple of classes there, and really just tried to introduce myself in the area and learn about it before I make any moves there or kind of take any action.
Well, I'm glad that you're getting on well with the little community there. I do hope that you're able to make plenty of friends and allies and help support them. I have helped nurture them into this point. I am sure you'll be able to protect them quite well.
Certainly with your guidance.
Just make sure they're able to eat and make sure they're able to not be killed.
Could I stop moving my microphone? Here's a little cutie.
Yes. I'll protect them.
Can you hear that?
I did when, like, briefly.
There you go, kitty.
Also, just
She's rubbing against the mic, I'm sorry.
Sorry.
just so people are aware, I was effectively Lion Kinging the cat into the middle of the air when Laura came to get her.
Kitty. How are you?
So, Valens,
Yes?
who was it that actually sired you in the end?
Oh.
He looks awkward.
If you don't mind me asking, if you do not feel comfortable discussing it, I am
Oh, man.
not now.
That is currently kind of...
Was it a pleasant experience for yourself?
Well... I was publicly killed by Asta, and then Velma tried to sire me.
He just closes his eyes and looks as if he's in pain.
Asta looks ashamed.
But apparently she didn't.
I remember hearing about the honor jewel. You had to do what you had to do. And I know that the prince requested that it be to the death. I understand both of your positions. I'm glad that Velma tried to save you in her own way.
But apparently she didn't succeed.
Well, someone did.
It seems that way.
Well,
Oh,
I guess I'm glad we are not without you, but I am sorry that you have to be here in such a state.
thank you. Oh, Victor. Do you know much about my house?
It's old.
What is she doing?
She's playing with paper.
God damn it.
Hmm.
I know it's old. Do you know who it was built for?
Which part of it?
I
It is
don't.
all one structure. It was a few houses at one point.
That makes more sense. I met someone there when I died.
Well, that's not the most pleasant of things. It was probably one of Reyffs' lot that built it.
Right.
Rafe has been involved in making sure things are built there, and after the original houses there were removed, I believe he is the one who had that larger structure built. I believe it is meant to be for his broodmate.
It seems more likely that the person I met would have been from one of the houses beforehand. And apparently that's no longer in my notes, Rob.
I don't know why.
I don't know. God damn it.
In that case, maybe they were even part of my family.
He was a milkmaid. Had 2 kids.
I don't know. There have been a lot of milkmaids.
Her name was Alice.
There have been a lot of Alices. I don't believe there's much you can do other than help them move on, however they need to move on.
I don't know.
What did they need? What did they ask for?
She didn't know. She couldn't remember. She talked about her children and had a little doll. Her children's names were... Was it Lucas and Mia, Rob?
Let's go with that.
Okay.
I recognize those names from a very long time ago, but I don't remember exactly what would be needed there.
That's a lot of clicking noises. Fair enough. I'll ask Rafe about it, I guess.
That honestly might be for the best. He might know the people who live there. He's not actually been here as long as I have. Griffin might know better. Griffin might know better. But I recognize all of those names and things, but that is definitely from a very, very long time ago.
Well, she said that the house that she lived in was built for her, so... If that was before my house existed, then it was a very long time ago.
Cat. Up you go. Release the Jaffa cake. Thank you, Cat. Hello.
Oh, I love hearing that purring.
That's so cute.
Don't mind me just fighting the cat. As
Oh
she
dear.
actually bites into Jaffa cakes through the plastic wrapping.
Yeah.
I hope you're able to resolve whatever issues this long-forgotten woman has.
Watch this be Victor's wife.
I'm trying to think of anyone else who's been here any longer than I have that would actually be able to give you an answer. I'm trying to think of anyone who was here many, many years ago that has now moved on. If any of you do end up in contact with Hardestadt, maybe he could tell you.
Hardestadt?
Yes, he used to be the overseer of this domain before he went on to bigger things and left Titus in charge.
So he's a Ventru?
Yes.
Fair enough.
He is a Ventru who is very high up in the Ivory Tower.
What is the Ivory Tower?
The Camarilla.
Oh. I'm not as a bat, I swear.
Oh.
Even I knew that.
I also know that, but Valens doesn't.
I might have to ask for things to be. I may have to request certain external help. Have a look at your house and see what they can do to resolve your issues. The cat just fell off my chair because she's an absolute idiot.
Aw, don't you
I heard the
the
thump.
cat?
Bless her.
Not an idiot.
Well, she stood on the thinnest bit of the chair and then rolled off.
Exactly, she rolled off. She meant to do that. It was her choice. She has style.
She's silly.
Okay?
She's been very interactive with me today. It's kind of nice.
Oh, guys, she went outside today. Like, properly outside. I was vanishing.
This is why she's being so crazy. She's feeling all bold with herself. She's a super confident kitty.
I was vanishing my desk outside, and the cat came outside and just watched me for a while, and then just went around most of the garden, and then came back and just sat with me for a bit. It was adorable.
Oh my god. Once that's gone into like the memory of I was safe when I walked around the garden, the confidence only goes up from there, really, especially if you're outside too. That's awesome.
The only thing
weather's got to be good for it as well.
The only thing I'm worried about with that is her getting used to here and then us moving and then her having to start again. But at least then she'll
You'll be surprised. They get used to it pretty quick, especially if she likes going outside. They get used to it. Like when I move house and the cat has to stay inside for a few weeks to get used to it as his new home, he gets really, really annoyed. Practically launches himself at the door when I try and open it. Like, no, let me out. He only goes in the back garden, but he just needs to patrol once a day.
That's adorable.
I'm pretty sure here she can just smell all the cats because there's a lot of them around here.
Yeah. I slept with the bedroom window open last night, and Lucy managed to push it so that he kind of slipped out of the window, but it's at such an angle that he can't get back in. It's like a safety like width that it opens, so he squeezes out and he can't jump back in that angle. So I got up this morning for work and he was like at the back door going, where have you been, human? I don't know when in the night he went out, but at some point he went out and regretted it.
I know that Georgia keeps slipping out the window as well, but she doesn't go all the way.
No, she's gone all the way out to the window and just stood outside the window staring at me. Like
Winnie the Pooh moment.
She's just like, human, look at me. Look what I've done. Look what I can do. This changes everything. And then she leaves at me to let her back in. Even though it's completely wide open, but because she's next to the glass instead of next to the opening, she expects me to open the glass.
Dorbs.
Okay.
Monsters.
Anyway, sorry about that.
Cat interlude.
Yes. Victor things.
Oh, there's
I say that it's my own cat.
You just need an ASMR stream of the cat just purring.
I don't think that
hours at a time
to do that.
Stalker with a microphone.
But yeah.
Victor things sending people around to my house apparently.
If you're having an issue like that, you may genuinely want to try and get hold of the kindred side of the Giovanni family. After all, there aren't really any others left.
Right.
Is that who I work for at the Glassworks?
Yes, it is.
Yes. However, you need actually the kindred involved in them. And my understanding is that the Glassworks is purely Kine. Cat. No, that's my Jaffa cake.
Mention the bodies.
Yeah, she's weighing up in her mind if she should do that, but she hasn't been told to keep it secret. Remember, hasn't said anything of the sort. I'll mention that. Well, when in doubt with Ventru, just fess up. Like, I think that's what I'm learning. So I'll mention that I'd started working there to do a bit of work for Remba. Obviously, I'm keeping it going for the funds, but what I saw in the building was unsettling. I don't know how to interpret it, but it was very strange. And then I'll describe the scene that Crook and I saw and reporting back to Remba and all that jazz and see what reaction I get.
So there were a number of fresh corpses in the basement.
Yes.
And
yes.
Do we know if they were genuinely fresh or if someone had preserved them?
A couple of questions on that out of character. Do I remember rightly that they were all wearing the same thing?
They were all wearing different clothes.
Okay, different, right. And then how would Asta know if they were sort of artificially kept as like fresh?
Isn't it too dark for you to be able to tell when you tried to investigate it?
It was both too dark and I don't believe you have more than... It was both too dark and you need at least 2 dots in medicine to even make a test.
Yeah, no, I don't have dots in medicine, so yeah. I'd say that words to that effect that like I wouldn't be able to kind of advise on that. I'm not skilled enough to make that distinction.
That is understandable. You've not had too many years yet. You have plenty of time to learn. Well, I guess I will have to have someone else talk to Rembert about this. Cat, 1 sec.
So they could just be
I see what you're doing.
murderers.
I see what you're doing.
What's she doing?
Don't be knocking that resin everywhere.
Rob,
No,
mute yourself.
You can scream at me all you like. Stop. Get some help.
Okay, no, don't mute yourself. This is amusing.
I know, I was like, what are you talking about? This is gold.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
Cat problem is solved. I scratched a bum till she fell over.
Well then.
That's the way I solve my cat problems. Too much affection and then they run away.
Yes, I'll have to get Rembert to actually feed this back to me instead of just going straight to whoever it is he's reporting to on this.
So
I think the cat's molting, by the way.
Yes, she is, Rob. Stomach out and all of that stuff. But so they're either possibly kindred involved, or they're just murdering people.
Or they've been taking their collection on tour with them, showing off old trinkets or loved ones.
That one's more disturbing.
I have been told that the Giovanni can be quite disturbing. And apparently they are now a useful source of information. They are the exclusive holders of any knowledge of the dead.
Right. I can hear the cat again.
She does that.
Well, I will try to contact Giovanni then, I suppose.
That would be for the best, if you're wanting that kind of information at least. It is not something I ever expected to be wanting.
What?
Just the cat doing cat things.
Anyway, did anyone else want anything? Other than a quick chat?
I'm good.
I had a lesson in a week's time, but I don't know if that week is up now or whether it's like needs to wait another day.
Well, what are you wanting to learn? The rest of them might at least have some kind of hint.
It's just like I would discuss like just some tutelage from Victor about how to kind of not make a tit of myself and like I don't know. Jesus, I don't even play chess with him. Like just to spend time with him and getting his guidance. Obviously, he said he needed to wait until his portrait was over. I don't know if that time's up yet.
The portrait is finished. So yes, I am available to help you.
Is it here? May I see it?
Go out and look just on the wall. It has just been put up.
I will take a look as we leave. Are you happy with it?
I am quite happy with it. You'll now notice that there are similar portraits all over the house. Victor is in nearly every single one of them with a family of some sort.
What's the vibe of his like energy in the paintings? Because you know how like I guess you can tell a lot about the master of a house with how he chooses to have himself represented in his portraits. Like, is he domineering? Is he gentle? How does he choose to appear?
He always looks proud.
Then true.
He always looks proud. That is the one consistent part. If you're wanting more information, I'm going to be asking for a perception and empathy roll.
Oh, yes, please.
7. And anyone who is in the house may make this roll.
Oops, that was just a rounded M. I got excited.
Ah, yes.
Dice rolling. /M. Perception empathy?
Yes.
6. Was it difficulty 6? Sorry.
Difficulty 7.
Difficulty 7. It's a perception, so all specs count.
All specs will lower this, yes.
So difficulty 5.
1 success. That's not ideal.
Oops.
5 successes.
Nice one, Valens. To the rescue.
Yes! The dice bot loves me.
So did everyone get at least 1 success?
Yes.
I
apart from
failed.
Lothar.
I might just like clan curse it like slightly.
Okay. So
Just go admire things.
initially for Asta and Valens, there is obviously the sense of pride, and the next more prominent is there is, as well as there being pride, there is a lot of shame in the eyes his eyes.
Oof.
He looks very, very tired in some of the paintings. And Valens, you will notice that those with much, much earlier dates, he looks just formal.
Okay.
His expression is forced, whereas the rest of the families is not. All of the paintings look as if the families involved aren't used to having paintings done, but are still in their finest clothes.
Mm-hmm.
A question from Rachel, like, I know Asta can't see this much, but when you say like the earlier the painting is, he's looking more formal, as they develop, is it that he's showing more emotion, i.e. more shame and more pride? He's sort of letting the emotion come through. Is that what you mean by more formal in the beginning?
It is definitely that he's allowing himself to express more.
Okay, yeah.
So he's a bit less dead inside.
Or a little bit more comfortable to show how he actually feels because he's got a position of power.
In all cases, it is just more emotive. The further along it goes, the further away it goes from the oldest painting.
Mm-hmm.
However, the oldest painting is a complete contrast to that, if you should find it. And the oldest painting is him with a wife and with 3... Actually, let me double check this. I believe it'll be 4 children. But I want to double check.
Does he look any healthier in that oldest painting? I.e., does he look like this is potentially painted before he became a kindred?
Oh. Apologies, it is not 4. It is 6.
6?
Oof. God damn.
Since when has he had 6 kids?
He had 6 children in the first painting and had a wife.
That's more than he's ever had.
Yeah, does he look healthier in that?
Does he look
painting,
like
or
he
does he
was
look
particularly kindred?
In that painting, he looks like he is about 32.
And
instead of the
like
60s he now appears.
Is he standing?
Yeah.
Oh. But it's before he lost his legs.
Oh, it breaks my heart.
Victor makes me upset when I think about him.
I just want to do a protect.
I know. I will say we can get his legs back. I did that.
There are loads and loads of different ways, and you took the most convoluted one.
I'm sorry, but that was the way that I did it, okay? I used Tremere magic and fuckery, and it worked, okay?
Fuckery.
If some random demon shows up and is like, hey kid, do you want anything? And I go, hey kid, can you please, make this guy walk again? Then he's going to end up with fish legs or something. Fish legs?
Mm. Mm-hmm.
He's going to end up with angry legs.
Angry legs.
Every time he takes a step, somebody dies. That would be the nightmare for Victor.
Every time he takes a step, everything around him ignites in balefire.
And then
God.
Victor has to react accordingly with his beast.
Uh-oh.
No, Rob. Rob, no. They don't know.
Oh, I
Rob.
loved him so. I loved him so.
Oh.
So just for out of character background there, Rob, like the intention was to up skills once I've acquired enough ability to do that, up things like law, politics, etiquette, whatever like comes to mind, and use as a way to sort of role play it, or not having to actually role play it, but as a way to fit that into the story is that I'm learning from Victor, and that's how those skills are improving.
Yep. He will happily teach you things about local history and such, and probably give examples of the way that local courts themselves actually work, and ways of effectively manipulating lawmen, or having lawmen actually have to follow the rules that they are sworn to keep.
I specifically also want, like, it's a question that occurred to me earlier, was to inquire about how food is distributed and moves through the city. Is it like there's a marketplace and everybody just comes and buys what they need, or is there like a kind of more of an orchestrated distribution to control food levels, and therefore I might be able to grease the wheels for my little domain and make sure they've got a little bit more than they currently have. I don't know how it works though.
2-tier economy. There is the local village level where everything is distributed as it's needed. Then the rest is sent off to market and traded to then become part of the upper level of the economic system.
Yeah.
But it is as and when needed. Yeah. There is money there that Victor just hands to families when they would need it, if they are suddenly short of food. But most of the time it is just trade.
Just looking for routes to kind of, on a totally selfish and from a Rachel point of view, it's just trying to recover some of my humanity, but also like Asta's trying to make amends and be kind of a more positive influence on her surroundings. So she's trying to look for opportunities. So she'll be poking Victor and trying to pick his brain for ways she might be able to apply that to the domain. Bless you.
Thank you. And I can still hear myself through Rob's mic, so
yeah, it's good. All right, I've been on a 2-hour call with someone who was eating at least 2 packets of crisps with an open mouth.
And I'm just here with my cat eating more Jaffa cakes than I do.
Kitty cat. Hey, kitty. Yeah.
So apparently 6 children in that painting, and yet he is more than happy to discuss effectively anecdotal at the moment things that have occurred where he has had to use his knowledge of law and his knowledge of agriculture and other such skills. Most of what he'll start with is just anecdotes and seeing how you respond to them.
Ooh, do I need to do some sort of social role?
I am pretty sure that with his level of empathy, it is just going to be dependent on how you act outside of these scenes as well, to be able to just get judge of character.
Cute. Yeah. That I will make sure that I'm listening more than I'm talking, and then I'm just soaking up as much information as I possibly can.
All right. Yeah. He will be able to teach you plenty about effectively any more mundane area. He does not have knowledge of the occult. He knows that vampires exist. He knows that kindred exist. And he knows a bit about how they function because he himself is one. And he's one that's been one for quite a while. But other than that, he can't really teach you anything occult. Cat, get off my Jaffa cakes.
No. Yeah, no, I'm not really down for that. It's more about the learning how to be business.
No, she's at my feet.
What is she?
She bit onto the actual packet of Jaffa cakes and would not let go.
Come here, you. Hey.
It's like Havarti with brioche. We cannot leave it out.
Yeah, she clamped onto a packet of Jaffa cakes and would not let go when I was lifting the Jaffa cakes and she came with them.
Oh no. My sister's cat did that with a chicken breast once. Except it growled. It was very scary.
My guy's more about objects. Like if you've got a packet of like rolling papers like Rizzler and you take one out of the packet and roll it up into a ball, he will come from anywhere in the house knowing that you've just done that and wait for you to flick it across the room. He thinks it's the best thing. In fact, it's what I'm doing right now, and he's looking at me like he's going to like take it out of my hand if I don't flick it already.
Yeah, Havarti loves trash like that.
Hi.
Like candy wrappers. Ugh, obsessed with them, mate.
Crinkles. Crinkle Town. Crisp packets that I've tied in a knot as well. Those are a favourite. Basically anything I haven't spent money on.
I was as obsessed with earbuds.
Good skater object. Hair ties, also a good fan favourite.
I always tries to actually swallow them. So I don't know.
Oh gosh. Scrunchies are great because they can play with them, but they are not really in any danger from them.
If you leave my cat alone with a hair tie, he will play with it for a little bit and just leave it alone. If you are watching him play with a hair tie, he will attempt in all ways to ingest it. I definitely think it's an audience thing. Like, oh, you're watching. I know this gets a rise out of you, so watch me try and choke on it. It's the same sort of area of behavior as when they look at you while knocking something off a surface.
Yes.
That sort of malicious, like, I will make you react. I have ultimate control over you, human. I think that's why I like them better than dogs at the moment, because they
cat again?
can overpower us.
Yes.
For God's sake.
He's struggling to hold it together.
Sheesh.
She's having a moment this evening.
She's back in the air again now.
Taking flight.
So Victor thinks.
I just love him. I love Victor so much.
Dude, he will make you cry.
I'm going to do a protect. Like, it's Asta's side mission. And probably will become main mission at some point.
He hurts. I know his backstory of like one of the only characters I know anything about, and I genuinely cried.
No, buddy.
It hurts so much.
I think it has something to do with fire, because we've mentioned fire before.
It does not.
Oh, God damn it. It's got something to do with kids dying. That wasn't a no, so I'm taking that as a yes.
That's a mute and Jaffa Code.
Anyway.
I totally interpreted that. It was the Jaffa language.
Anyway, Victor things and stuff, and
Valens will feel someone entering the domain that he has.
oh,
Bing, bing, bing.
Valens will suddenly look very alert. I need to go.
I'll go.
Is everything all right, Valens?
Someone just entered my domain. Yes, maybe.
I am ready to just bolt. Because I know who is asleep at home.
I'm really sorry, Victor. We have friends there. It's concerning. But would you like a hug?
May as well, yes.
Gives
He'll
him a
just
hug.
hold his arm.
Oh,
Oh, that's so sweet.
Old man hug occurs.
Gives Gramps a hug. He called me his grandson. I have a familial attachment to him now.
I'm going to give him a
Cute.
very nice bow.
I also, because yeah, no, I would not. I would freak out if I hugged him.
Yeah. I'd worry I'd like break him or hurt him if I tried to hug him.
With that strength.
He's like my little Yoda right now. He's Yoda to me. Just before we leave, just because I feel like I'm going to forget this question. When we originally got the job that Caroline has so kindly carried out for us, did Victor like offer like a favor, or what was the deal there? Hashtag Ventru.
He offered a favour. The cat is reaching into the bin to get the plastic wrapper. Fuck's sake.
Was that a coterie favor, or was that an individual favor to everyone?
Or whoever resolved it.
So it's Caroline that's got the favor.
I'm pretty sure he'll give everyone the favour.
Fuck yeah.
He doesn't care.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. I'll put that in my favors.
Logging favors.
I believe strictly by the word of it, it should just be Caroline, but Victor would give everyone.
He's adorable.
Victor's-
And was that a favor or a minor?
I believe that was a favour.
Fuck yeah.
Right, I don't mind. Apparently I owe Eustace a favour.
Who doesn't owe Eustace favours?
Fair point.
Valence, have I taught you any of my discipline yet?
Nope.
Okay, cool. I'll leave that out there. Awesome. That's updated. Sweet.
So we will home. Valence has 1 dot in celerity, so he'll be going fast.
Me too.
I am going to take the slow walk home because my dog is with me. As I said, he's always with me unless I say otherwise. So,
Good dog.
yeah, that's the excuse.
I'm
That's the excuse. Not that I
just
can't run that
imagining-
fast.
Just
Victor's
imagining the
puppy will
dog
get on
try
well
to.
with the doggo.
Oh,
Both
Never mind.
puppies. They're both puppies, so yeah, the puppies play.
oh.
And the cat's now playing with earbuds. She is being destructive. And now she's cleaning, it's fine.
So we
What were you saying, Laura?
phone home. Oh, I don't remember anymore. Oh, imagining the dog trying to chase after us as dogs do when you start running. And then us just being gone by the time it gets to a running speed. Well, a sprint speed.
Yeah, totally. Doing that Scooby-Doo thing where the feet aren't quite getting traction as it's trying to like accelerate too quickly. Adorable. Oh, so much animal cuteness.
But yeah, Rob, we
You and Lothar are able to arrive back. Caroline is with Asta.
Yay.
So, you run back, and as you are meeting the threshold of your domain, you will notice that there is a Reyff heading the other way, about to leave. He'll just stop and look at you both. Ah, good. Well, whereabouts have you all been? Keeping yourselves busy, I hope?
we just got back from Victor's.
Good, I'm glad that you're dealing with Victor. He's very much integral to making sure that this area remains growing and being built. We would not want things to fall apart. Tom, you are now to be my charge.
Right.
I need to know what you actually do. You smith, and apparently now you own a large amount of property.
Have we gone inside? Like, should
No.
we
No.
invite him in?
Would you like to come into the house?
I don't believe I need to. I'm just here to check on you and see what you're capable of, and to tell the cat to please stop.
The cat? Wait, there's a cat? You want to eat Jaffa cakes? This stream is secretly sponsored by Jaffa cakes.
Is that Nestle?
I don't know, Rob. So, Rob, what do you want for tea?
Something that we have in. I need to make pasta for tomorrow.
Yes.
Yes, I just need to know what it is you can actually do or want to do. I want to be able to support you in your own growth instead of dictating what needs to be done and have someone be completely ill-equipped for the tasks that I'm telling them to do. But in fairness, I guess that's what all of the neonates need to do. So, what is it you work on?
Define.
Sorry, say again.
Define. What do you mean?
What abilities do you have that make you a competent kindred?
Oh.
What purpose are you going to serve in this realm?
I have potence, animalism, auspex, celerity, presence, dominate, and fortitude.
And what do you do with those?
Show off.
I didn't include Holdenism, it's fine. I craft things. I'm good at talking.
Alright, so you're going to convince people to buy all of our wares. You're going to sell that snake oil.
I suppose.
Alright. Get to a point that you can alter memories and you'll be useful for covering up the Masquerade more so than others.
Alright. So you want me to work on my dominate?
I want you to work on being able to help deal with the Masquerade. I need you to be able to keep promises. I need you to serve a purpose in Rome. And to do me proud.
You proud?
Yes. If you're my charge, then I need you to do well. Can't afford to have more mistakes. Can we? And I wouldn't want to find out that you're a mistake. To put it very simply, I'd rather not have to have you put down. I'm not exactly a fan of people having to die for no reason.
Right. Just to clarify, do I still tell people I'm a Tremere if I'm not now, or...?
You tell people whatever you want to tell them, whatever will get you, put it very simply, whatever will get you into a better position to better serve the community and to better serve Titus and do your duty to him.
What do you suggest?
Would it better suit you doing your duty to be a Tremere? You are still looked after by Velma, are you not?
Not really.
Well, in that case, why don't you just claim to be a caitiff?
What is a caitiff?
One without a clan. You're not accepted by any clan, you're without a clan, aren't you?
All right then, I'll be that.
Right. I'll make sure that that is passed on to others, that you are a caitiff. You're still at least noble. It's a shame that the blood thinned so much. It's a shame that it mutates and breaks. Curse of Cain is quite the fluid thing, it seems.
The what?
The Curse of Cain. Maybe you're not old enough for that, even if you do wear antiquated clothing.
Why do you call it a curse?
That is what it is considered by most. There's a reason we can't go in the sun anymore. There's a reason that we fear flame and have to drain life from others.
I suppose that makes sense. Ulrich always referred to it as a gift.
Mm-hmm. Well, depending on what version of the Bible or Torah you're going to read, depends on what answer you're given.
Fair enough.
Maybe one day you'll end up being an expert in our histories. And that would be an interesting career path, and I'm sure that Titus would take interest in that.
Noted.
Is there anything else at all I can help you with, as Asta and Caroline are going to be wandering along towards the meeting?
Do you know much about the origins of my house, or what was here before it?
What, House Lasaris, or?
Points at the house.
Well, I had that built.
Who was it built for?
Most likely my broodmate. A knight, and then also there's a much older broodmate, but they were already out of the picture by the time I was building this. Otherwise, that broodmate went into hiding, and now the house effectively was finished for a lesser noble who stayed there for a short time and then moved on. Well,
Did they
moved on
have
is certainly a word for it.
Did they have a wife?
I don't believe so, no. They weren't exactly the kind to be that attached. They became a bit lost due to certain circumstances. Cat, stop chewing coffee.
What would the certain circumstances be?
The Thirst of Ages.
Ah,
They got a bit old and struggled. They
that's,
apparently had quite a few childer, and, well, their own blood being sapped away resulted in them thirsting for canite blood.
that is a shame. Do you know much about what was here before this? According to Victor, there were some houses.
Yes, little farmhouses. I believe Victor was involved with them at the time. I think this is where Victor may have even started or moved on to after his initial family. Or he outgrew his initial family.
Interesting. There is
I'm sorry. Sorry, I was just going to say if I've ended this point, I would make a super polite greeting, knowing who he is, the child or the prince. Like I would be like, holy shit! I've met him before, but I've never met him in like non-gathering circumstance. Like this is sort of a bit personal.
It is a pleasure to see you, Caroline and Asta. I hope that you're going to be staying out of trouble, both of you. Yes.
That is the intention.
This area used to be Victor's. He had no need for the housing anymore. The people who lived here all moved on to other things. So I acquired the area and had it developed to better suit our needs and suit the needs of those moving in.
Well, it seems as though they didn't all move on to better things.
The next time you're out of the area, I'll have someone come and sort your house for you. But I need to make sure that no one is in the house at the time, and that any rituals are removed.
Noted. That's appreciated.
I'll see what I can have done. I'll see what we can find out, and I'll see if my contacts can resolve any issues for you. If not, feel free to get your own contacts involved. The only ones I know that will deal with this now are the Italian family.
Victor said.
Be careful if you're dealing with the Italians. They might be necessary to deal with for this, but they can't necessarily be trusted to do what you would consider the right thing.
She didn't seem like she was harmful at all. She just seemed very lost.
From my understanding, they would be.
Talked about her children a lot.
Plagues take a lot of things.
That they do.
Let us hope that the reason those children are not with them is something more positive. Well, good luck with your haunted manor. Is there anything I can do for the rest of you? Caroline, Lothar, and Asta, isn't it?
Uh-oh, he knows our names.
Of course he knows your name.
He's met me before. He watched you get announced.
I know. I'm just being dramatic.
I will decline. It's a pleasure to see him, but there's nothing I'm in need of at this moment in time.
If any of you are needing to contact someone due to an issue with the Bruja, the La Sombra, Chemises, those snakes from the south, or the ashen-skinned assassins, do talk to me, and I'll see what I can do to keep you informed and you safe.
Noted.
There was one more thing. I wonder, have you encountered the new Ventrue in the city? Has she been introduced to you yet?
I have not yet had the pleasure of meeting that
Katrina.
Katrina. I have not yet had the pleasure, but apparently my sire has met them briefly. They communicated via a single letter, and then he went to go meet her.
I'm not sure of their aims meeting in the city. I'm not sure what they have come here for, but they certainly seem determined on whatever that goal might be. And I just wanted to sort of pass on that maybe a close eye would be warranted. I'm sure you're already aware.
Are you going to mention the thing about that guy's kid? No one else knows about it.
I wanted to see what he would. I don't know if I'm overstepping here and kind of teaching a granny to suck eggs, if you know what I mean. Like, I want to see what his reaction is to me bringing that up. Like this cheeky little neonate being like, "Oh, you might want to have eyes on this woman," or he might like take it like well, or he might be like, "She's a little shit."
Do not worry. There are always eyes on everyone in this city, whether they be good or ill. And she specifically has been asking about ways to seek vengeance against those who have spited her in the south.
Mm-hmm.
So,
She was not popular in Rosenheim.
someone with such mannerisms would not be. They certainly didn't practice the same kind of ideology of many here, though they did seem to be slipping from their path.
She was not subtle either. She had made her mark on an innkeeper in Rosenheim, and I believe has his daughter, I suppose you could say, captured, certainly under her influence, as an unwilling slave.
I will send a letter to Rosenheim and make sure that Jan actually does something with his rulership there.
I'll let him know like the place where we stayed and what this guy was like, the description of the dude and stuff. I don't know if Asta would have cared to get his name. He was just another barkeeper.
This will be looked into just so that at least there's no Masquerade breach, though it does seem that she's definitely put the fear of our Lord into her. Well, that will be interesting to see the results of. Thank you.
Subtlety certainly does not appear to be her style.
Not everyone needs to be subtle.
Indeed.
Sometimes you need blatant shows of force to be able to actually accomplish a goal. But subtlety is definitely appreciated to keep things safe.
Yes.
I will leave you all in peace now.
Just the bow.
He will bow back to you all very slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy your evenings and look after yourselves. And make sure you're all doing what is needed of you.
If there's any way I can be of use to you, please do let me know.
I shall make sure I communicate with you when I need your assistance.
Thank
I know
you.
that the sheriff has something in mind that he's wanting you to.
Ooh. Awesome. Great. I'll look forward to that.
And he will depart.
As he is leaving, Valens will mutter to the door, telling it to open, and the door will open. Just because I know that that's a thing that he should probably hear happen. And might get noted at some point.
Right. And I will have to leave it there because I am dying.
No worries.
You did so well. Not even that particularly short of a session, considering we did that bit of downtime. Yes, with the cat and her hijinks.
She's calmed down now that there's no plastic for her to chew on.
How typical.
For any
You put the addictive
things,
substance.
for any concluding things, I will be back in a second. I need a lot more water.
Same.
Can we end the stream there?
Yeah, I did know. And reeled me back.
Oh, Winona, I feel so guilty.
What?
I feel like you didn't get
Girl.
much of an opportunity to roleplay, baby.
I sent you that picture of my shoe, the video of.
I know, yeah.
I've been staring at my shoes. I've been doing my Toreador obsession.
I totally feel like you're actually role-playing in